Most of the time, I remember Wilhelm and Jack Fisher.
Okay. Then when they get through with the formal ceremony, come back up here and we got the flag patches for them.
I think we wound up with the same unit.
A little workout.
Wolverwood went to small off and go curveballs.
Yeah, something like that. They go under, so we got 60.
I was there today. She just left him, she had left him in rehab, room 170, 175.
Okay, well, I knew by reading it that there was no way she could.
Margie's not here.
Yeah,
So when she go to rehab,
She's here. She got back this afternoon, I think.
last night at 8 o'clock.
so how is she?
Who we missing?
Banged up sore,
He's coming down.
you know, still got fractured.
There he is. He's here.
What time is it?
We've got a minute or so to go. 1 minute.
She's,
1 minute. Probably less than a minute, actually.
her and I were up there for 45 minutes.
I wasn't trying to bug anybody because we were June. So I don't think she.
Safer this way. Yes.
She just drove to the light.
We do this and spend an amount almost equal.
I'm 6:59. I'm watching. Like watching water boil.
Did I tell you how that happened? Yeah, it's 45 degrees. 43 degrees.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I know.
It never works out the other way. You spend 4,500 and then have 4,500 come in, you know, it always.
Well, there's some rebates. We're gonna save about $1,000, but, and I don't have to
7
pay
o'clock
for it all at once. But
Anytime.
Visa will,
Call me in order. Will the clerk please
take Visa
call the
so we
roll?
get the miles at least.
Trustee Daly?
Present.
Trustee Madej?
Present.
Trustee Dunham?
Present.
Trustee Sullivan?
Present.
Trustee Connolly?
Present.
Trustee Kozak?
Here.
President Larson?
Here. This time I'd like to introduce pack number 297. We're here to post the colors and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Scouts, attention. May the audience please rise. Color guard advance. Scout salute. Those of you not in uniform, put your right hand over your heart. Please join me in the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
two.
I'd like to thank
Scout
Troop
sign.
Post.
Post the colors. Scout sign. Please join me in the scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty, to guide my country, to obey scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Please join me in the scout law. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Color guard dismiss.
Round of applause for pack 297. The scouts would come forward, please. There you go. You're welcome. Got him here somewhere. Can you sew? Oh, it's okay here. You're welcome. Can I have that hat? Oh, okay. Welcome. Wait, you got one more. You're welcome. Entertain a motion for approval of the minutes for the January 23rd
So
meeting.
moved.
Second.
With a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Approval of expenditures, you have a list of bills for approval and ratification. A motion is in order.
Move to approve the expenditures as presented.
Second.
Moved and seconded to approve the expenditures as presented. Would the clerk please hold the board?
Trustee Daly?
Aye.
Trustee Madey?
Aye.
Trustee Dunham?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Connolly?
Aye.
Trustee Kozak?
Aye.
6 ayes, votes, no nays, motion carries. Liquor license request, the request from Mrs. Patel on Class B liquor license for consumer liquor, corner liquors located at 233 Bodie Road. New owners, please come forward. Any questions from the board? What are your plans at that location?
So currently there's a liquor store there and looking to take over, buy the place, and just make sure that, anybody that's under 21 is not allowed in the store at where alcohol is being served.
Questions from the board? Any objections from the board? Hearing none, you want to come pick up the necessary paperwork from the Liquor Commissioner's office to be a background check by the police department. Positive response on that as well as
All right, thank you very
evidence
much.
you pay the appropriate fee. A license will be issued.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. And at this time, I would advise you that
Bring it up to Brian, he can send code out there.
a motion is in order, of course, for the consent agenda. There is a consent agenda that you can oppose or agree to. And if anyone, during the course of the recitation of the consent agenda, if you have an objection or a concern, please indicate that to the acting clerk, and we'll discuss on our committee reports and or approval. So a motion's in order.
Not yet, we need the recitation.
The consent agenda. 1, correspondence, item A. The motion would be to approve the request from the Spring Valley Concert Band to hold raffles on April 8th and October 21st, 2018 at the L. Larson Prairie Center for the Arts, 201 Schaumburg Court, and September 8th, 2018 at the Spring Valley Nature Center, 1111 East Schaumburg Road, and to waive the fidelity bond requirement. Item B, the motion would be to approve the request from GOA Regional Business Association to hold a raffle on June 20th, 2018 at Chandler Chop House, Schaumburg Golf Club, 401 North Roselle Road. Item C, the motion would be to approve the request from Kiwanis Club of Greater Chicago to fundraise from sunrise to sunset on September 28th and 29th, 2018 at the intersections of Mall Drive, Woodfield Road, Schaumburg Road, Meacham Road, Roselle Road, Valley Lake Drive, Plum Grove Road, Schaumburg Road, and Roselle Road, Wise Road. Item D, the motion would be to approve the request from the Brennan Hornstein Autism Research and Education Foundation to fundraise from sunrise to sunset on April 21st, May 26th, June 23rd, and August 18th, 2018 at the intersections of Mall Drive, Woodfield Road, Schaumburg Road, Meacham Road, Roselle Road, Valley Lake Drive, and Roselle Road, Wise Road. 2, liquor licenses. Item A, the motion would be to approve the request from the Schaumburg Park District for 14 Class D one-day liquor licenses for Friday, May 18th, 2018, Saturday, June 9th, 2018, Sunday, June 23rd and 24th, 2018, Friday, June 22nd, 2018, Saturday, July 28th, 2018, Friday, August 3rd, 2018, Saturday, August 18th, 2018, Friday, September 7th, 2018, Saturday, September 8th, 2018, Saturday, September 22nd, 2018, September 15th, 2018, Sunday, October 7th, 2018, and Friday, December 7th, 2018. 3, engineering and public works. Item A, the motion would be to award the Falmouth Storm Sewer Relocation Phase 2 engineering services to Engineering Resource Associates, Inc. of Warrenville, Illinois, in the amount of $63,875.13 and approve the required resolution. Item B, the motion would be to amend the EAB program and increase the number of ash trees to receive the triage treatments from 524 to approximately 1,000 and decrease the frequency of treatments every third year. Item C, the motion would be to approve change order number 1 with the Fields of Canton Farms, Inc., Joliet, Illinois, for tree growing supply and planting services in the amount of $53,300 and approve the required resolution. Item D, the motion would be to approve completion of the plans and specifications for bidding of the 2018 Street Improvement Program. Item E, the motion would be to approve a 3-year contract for the annual Street Improvement Program, Phase 2 and Phase 3 professional engineering services with Chastain and Associates LLC of Schaumburg, Illinois, 2018 contract in an amount not to exceed $319,579.68 and approve the required resolution. The motion, item F, the motion would be to approve a 3-year contract for the annual Street Improvement Program, Concrete Repair Program, Phase 2 and Phase 3 professional engineering services with Engineering Enterprises, Inc. of Sugar Grove, Illinois, 2018 contract number 1 in an amount not to exceed $576,895.84 and approve the required resolution. 4, Finance, Legal, Administrative, and General Government. Item A, the motion would be to accept the Finance Monthly Report for November 2017. Item B, the motion would be to waive competitive bidding and approve a resolution authorizing the village manager to execute an agreement with Comcast for Metro E Internet connection and primary rate interface services in the amount of $124,252. Item C, the motion would be to adopt an ordinance abating the property tax levy for the Series 2017 general obligation bond issue. Item D, the motion would be to approve the 2018 Illinois Municipal League membership dues in the amount of $3,500. 5, Plan Commission. Item A, the motion would be to approve a side yard setback variation principal structure existing home in addition 309 West Beach Drive. Item B, the motion would be to approve a rear yard variation, principal structure room addition, 512 East Beach Drive. Item C, the motion would be to approve a front yard setback variation, principal structure, existing home and room addition, and accessory structure, front porch addition, 1500 Willow Road.
Poll, please.
Item pulled by trustee Sullivan. Item D, the motion would be to approve an amendment to the Village Comprehensive Plan, 90 North District West Master Plan. 6, Zoning Board of Appeals. Item A, the motion would be to approve a window sign variation for Pizza Hut, 2482 West Schaumburg Road. Item B, the motion would be to approve site plan approval, special use for a Type C restaurant and Whitfield Regional Design Review for Shake Shack, 1765 East Gulf Road. Item C, the motion would be to approve a site plan amendment and parking setback variation for Churchill Elementary School, 1520 North Jones Road. 7, resolutions. Item A, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-18-11, a resolution authorizing the village manager to execute an agreement between the Village of Schaumburg and Comcast for Metro E Internet connection and PRI services. Item B, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-18-12, a resolution authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement by and between the Village of Schaumburg and Engineering Resources Associates, Inc. for the Falmouth Storm Sewer Relocation Phase 2 engineering services. Item C, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-18-13, a resolution authorizing change order number 1 with the Fields of Canton Farm, Inc. of Joliet, Illinois, to the tree growing supply and planting services contract number 1 for an increase of $53,300 in this fiscal year and as similarly budgeted in future years. Item D, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-18-14, a resolution authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement by and between the Village of Schaumburg and Chastain Associates LLC for the annual Street Improvement Program Phase 2 and 3 construction engineering services, contract number 2. Item E, the motion would be to adopt as resolution number R-18-15, a resolution authorizing the village manager and village clerk to execute an agreement by and between the Village of Schaumburg and Engineering Enterprises, Inc. for the annual concrete repair program Phase 2 and 3 construction engineering services, contract number 2. 8, ordinances. Item A, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 18-015, an ordinance abating taxes levied for the year 2017, heretofore levied to pay principal and interest on general obligation bonds, Series 2017 of the Village of Schaumburg. Item B, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance 18-16, an ordinance granting a side yard setback variation principal structure, existing home in addition, 309 West Beach Drive. Item C, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 18-17, an ordinance granting a rear yard variation, principal structure room addition, 512 East Beach Drive. Item D is pulled from trustee Sullivan. Item E, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 18-18, an ordinance amending the Village of Schaumburg Comprehensive Plan 90 North District West Master Plan. Item F, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance 18-19, an ordinance granting a window sign variation for Pizza Hut, 2482 West Schaumburg Road. Item G, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 18-20, an ordinance granting a site plan approval, special use for a Type C restaurant and Woodville Regional Center design review for Shake Shack, 1765 East Gulf Road. Item H, the motion would be to waive first reading and adopt as ordinance number 18-21, an ordinance granting a site plan amendment and parking setback variation for Churchill Elementary School, 1520 North Jones Road. This concludes the reading of the consent agenda.
Motion on the consent agenda is,
Move to approve the consent agenda with the items previously referenced pulled.
5C and 8D are pulled.
Second.
moved and seconded. Would the clerk please poll the board?
Trustee Daly?
Aye.
Trustee Madey?
Aye.
Trustee Dunham?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Connolly?
Aye.
Trustee Kozak?
Aye.
6 aye votes, no nays, motion carries. Committee reports. Trustee Sullivan requested that an item be taken off the consent agenda. Trustee Sullivan, what are your
I have a,
concern?
Julie, I believe this will be for you. That garage is 1,052 feet.
Yes.
Have we ever allowed a garage that big?
I don't know. It wouldn't be allowed if it was detached, but attached to the house, there is no limit.
Okay, what's going to happen to the existing garage?
I also don't know that. I'm assuming it's being converted into living space, but I'm not sure. The Plan Commission chairman is here, so I don't know
Okay.
if that was covered perhaps at the meeting.
David Utley, Vice Chair. At the hearing, it was referenced by the petitioner that it would remain a garage.
Yeah, he's, sheet number 2A shows a car in it, and then half of it made into a mudroom.
In the driveways remaining two, they're not relocating the driveway, so the curb cut stays the same. So my assumption is that it will remain a garage.
Petitioner here?
You know, I guess I had when I read this, I was surprised that there was no discussion at the zoning board, but I know that it was focused on our ordinances and what you can do and what you can't do. But when I saw 5 cars here, I thought, oh boy, I mean, we have these issues all over town where people have very many cars in their driveway and coming in and out of the driveways and parked on the streets, and some people question whether folks with that many cars are running businesses from their homes rather than it just be a hobby. But what the variance is for, I don't have a problem, and what it looks like, I don't have a problem. But I am concerned about parking 5 cars and then more space on 2 driveways for additional cars. I guess I would like to hear from the petitioner how he, why he needs that many cars in a house of this size. It's a 3-bedroom house? 4-bedroom house. So I'd like to know, is this a hobby?
Please come
Is
forward.
this, you know, why is there a need for 5 cars in a 4-bedroom house, I guess?
So-
And you're a young man, so you don't have 7 teenagers at home.
No, no, I don't.
Yet.
It's not in the plan. The additional space in the garage is not necessarily for car space, it's for woodworking, and it's just the architect put cars in it because it's technically a garage. So it's not necessarily for cars.
Can I ask you how many cars you currently own?
3.
I think my biggest concern is the size of the garage. I don't think we've ever allowed anything that big. Even when it's attached to the house. I don't know. Does anybody remember anything that big? Trustee Daly?
We have allowed detached garages that are the size of barns in the village. 2 stories, huge detaches in the backyard,
650 feet, right?
at least.
When we were reviewing the plans and coming up with what we wanted to do, we understood that there was a limitation on the detached, not on the attached, and that's why it took a lot of detail and time was put into the aesthetic of the front of the house to make it not look like a giant garage with a house attached to it.
The staff supportive for this? You don't have a problem with it?
Yes, we actually didn't evaluate it based on the use. It's a good point, well taken. We were more concerned about the setback because it's an older established neighborhood and the setbacks are 40 feet. But the garage is actually meeting the setback. The existing house doesn't meet the setback. So that was our issue, is that it was platted at 30, which is why it was built at 30, but it doesn't meet the zoning. And so we had a lot more discussion and analysis from a staff level about that. And they're also proposing to add a small front porch and a foyer. And in the past, you know, we don't take those lightly when they encroach into the setback, but to not add it makes the house look sort of unbalanced, and because the existing garage sticks out into the setback by 9 feet, we felt like the front porch was well placed architecturally.
Okay, that pretty much answers my question, thank you.
Further questions, comments from the board?
Yes.
Trustee
It
Down?
needs to be noted here that Willow is a 2-lane, narrow neighborhood street with no curbs. And thus, if you're going to park on the street, you may have at least a couple of wheels up in the grass, which we don't allow. So I hope I live right in the neighborhood. I'm on Woburn at the opposite end, but I hope you're aware of that because the inspectors do come through there from time to time, and if they see a car sitting on the grass, it's a ticket. So.
Further questions, comments from the board?
It's on a big lot.
The motion's in order.
Motion would be to accept the recommendation to approve the front yard setback variation, principal structure, 1500 Willow Road, as set forth in 5C of the consent agenda, and to waive first reading and pass ordinance number 18-022, granting a front yard setback variation, principal structure, existing home and room addition, and accessory structure, front porch addition, 1500 Willow Road.
I make that motion.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Would the clerk please poll the board?
Trustee Daly?
Aye.
Trustee Madey?
Aye.
Trustee Dunham?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Connolly?
Aye.
Trustee Kozak?
Six ayes, votes no nays, motion carries. Comments from the audience? Anyone care to address the audience on matters pertinent to the village of Schaumburg? Please come forward and hold forth. We're eager to hear what you have to say. Well, maybe not that eager. Council report.
Yes, I actually have a couple of items this evening. We have need to go into closed session this evening, so at the end of our regular meeting, I'll be asking for a motion to go into closed session in accordance with Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act, dealing with personnel, and Section 2C6 of the Open Meetings Act, dealing with the setting of a price for real property owned by the municipality, and 2C11 of the Open Meetings Act that deals with pending litigation. But before we get there, staff has done the semi-annual review of pending closed session minutes that have been approved. And the law requires the board to consider releasing any of those. So after a review, I would ask for a motion that the village board approve the semi-annual review of executive session minutes, which calls for no meeting minutes being authorized for release at this time.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Will the clerk please poll the board?
Trustee Daly?
Aye.
Trustee Madey?
Aye.
Trustee Dunham?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Connolly?
Aye.
Trustee Kozak?
Aye.
6 aye
That's all
votes.
I have. Oh, sorry.
6 aye votes, no nays, motion carries.
That's all I have.
President's report, I have no report. Manager's report.
Good evening. We have something that's somewhat unusual this evening that we're presenting as part of the manager's report. As members of the board know, and some members of the community may know, the Village of Schaumburg issued a bid notice to developers, investors, and end users interested in purchasing and developing a village-owned property, otherwise known as the Mers and Anderson property. The 55-acre property is located in the far southwestern part of the Village of Schaumburg's corporate limits at the southwest corner of Irving Park and Rodenberg Roads. Interested parties were asked to provide a formal bid offer for the property, along with a development proposal outlining the uses for the property, as well as the impact the development will have on the village. The proposals will be evaluated based on bid offer price, quality of the development being proposed, adherence to village codes and regulations, as well as the impact for sales tax, hotel motel tax, food and beverage tax, property tax, or other tax revenue to the Village of Schaumburg. Along with the formal bid and development proposal, bidders are required to submit a deposit payment of $50,000 of earnest money. We have 3 bids here that we received by the bid deadline of 5 o'clock this evening, and I will now open those bids and announce the results to you. The first bid is from ML Realty Partners. The purchase price that's proposed is $1 million, and it appears that they have submitted the required $50,000 deposit that was specified.
Some extra sealed here.
The second proposal is from NAI Hiffman. The purchase price is $4,214,865,000. Trustee Dunham's requested I repeat that number. The proposed purchase price for this bid is $4,214,865.
Thank you. The third bid is submitted by CTR Partners, and the
bid price for this proposal is $4,582,512. 4582512. And that concludes the opening of the three bids. At this time, staff is not requesting that the board take any action. Staff will conduct a review with legal counsel of all the proposals and will make a recommendation to the village board at a future date on which, if any of these proposals, we'd like to proceed into negotiations with. Are there any questions from the members of the board at this point?
Is there a time limit on their proposal?
I don't know. Matt, did we submit a time limit for these or no?
No, we did not.
Okay, okay, so we have time to be able to conduct a full evaluation. We'll obviously review not only the price, which we've announced here this evening, but also what they're proposing to develop on the property to make sure it's consistent with the board's wishes.
Questions from the board? Comments from the board? We move on.
That concludes my report, thank you.
Any unfinished business to come before the board? Trustee comments and mentions? Anyone? A motion is in order to move to executive session. Sorry.
So I,
Trustee-
go ahead.
Trustee Kozak.
Please proceed.
All right, just for your information, Marilyn has been moved today. She's over at Alexian Brothers Rehab Center across the street from the hospital. She's in room 175. She's healing. She had a little fender bender, everybody knows. She's in good spirits, and if you'd like to call her, I think she'd appreciate a call. Thank you.
Thank you, Marge.
Mayor?
Trustee Conley.
I just wanted to remind everybody, I think everyone got these in their board packets, but the Prairie Center for the Arts Foundation is doing the second year of something called Build STEAM. We're working with local manufacturers who have donated parts from the processes that they use in town. We have a number of schools, both at the college and high school level, who are working with this product and building sculptures. We also have a couple of professional artists. The event last year took place at Amada, and this year it will take place here at the Prairie Center. There's no charge, and we'd encourage everybody to come. I haven't been out of town and didn't attend last year, but I know people thought it was very enjoyable. You have the opportunity to interact with the students, and the manufacturing companies will also have tables available so students can come by and talk to them about the manufacturing processes that are taking place in town. So that's on the 22nd at 5:30 at the Prairie Center.
Thank you, Marge. Any further comments? Again, the motion is in order to refer the matter of a matter to the executive session.
Correct. I would ask for a motion to go into closed session in accordance with Section 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body, and in accordance with Section 2C6 of the Act, which deals with setting a price for the sale or lease of property owned by the public body, and finally, in accordance with Section 2C11 of the Act, which deals with discussions about pending litigation.
So moved.
Second. Moved and seconded. Clerk, please poll the board.
Trustee Daly?
Aye.
Trustee Madey?
Aye.
Trustee Denham?
Aye.
Trustee Sullivan?
Aye.
Trustee Connolly?
Aye.
Trustee Kozak?
All right.
6 ayes, votes, no nays, motion carries. Will we be coming out in the public?
When we come out, all I expect is that there will be a motion to adjourn the regular meeting. There will be no action taken.
These proceedings are adjourned. Did you want one of these? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I've got it.
We're right here.
Yeah, I told